Hello everyone, welcome back to Mountaineer Firearms, and we wanted to bring you a really special little 22 rifle today. This here is a CZ 452 American. This is one of their really pretty, what you would call a sportsman style stock and everything, hunting rifle or plinking rifle, 22 long rifle from CZ, and these things are just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that stock. The 452 is not made anymore. They discontinued them sometime around 2010, 2011, I believe. And then they went to a 455, which is also discontinued now, and now it's made in the model of a 457. Let me see if I can get this up here. You can see the bluing on these things. I've got some fingerprints, but CZ makes a really fine rifle. This here is my favorite little Plinking 22 of all time, really. And I've shot a lot of 22s, but this thing is absolutely so sweet. And we have 5-round magazines. You can get 10-round magazines for them, but I just have a couple 5-rounders. I have magazine loaded up. I'm not chambered, but we'll do a little bit of shooting here. These work a little bit different. You have to pull it back for the safety. To actually have it on fire, you pull back instead of push forward like we're used to in America. But these are made in Czech Republic, and you pull it back. But the bolt locks down when the safety's on, so you have to pull it back to fire and chamber around, and we're ready to shoot. See if I can hit a couple of these little plates. This thing really is smooth. Yeah. It's just 5-round magazines, but you can get 10-round magazines for it. And these things are just absolutely sweet. I have a Leupold scope on here. This is a little bit older style scope. You can tell it's glossed. Those are hard to get nowadays. But I definitely wanted a gloss scope on there to kind of match the look of this beautiful rifle, in my opinion. This is a Leupold 4-power, straight 4-power. It's not adjustable, and it's called the Rimfire Special. You might be able to see some lettering on there, but it is one of their, I think it's come from the M8 line from Leupold. You can see the stamping on here and everything. They do a fine job on these rifles. Well, any gun from CZ is just made exceptionally well. But this thing's built like a tank too. It's almost like a little miniature Model 70 Winchester or something. It's kind of a miniature Mauser. The way the ejectors and stuff work, or the extractors, I mean. Safety up here on the bolt, like I said, but it is opposite of a Winchester or what we're used to. You can see it's red there when it's on fire, and you just push it forward and it's on safe. It comes with the steel 4-plate and everything. Everything's steel. There is no plastic or anything on this. I put tally scope rings on here. They're just they connect here and here. They're very strong. Tally makes a very good scope ring. And well, since I'm mentioning the scope rings, something I want to mention about CZ, they do come with this dovetail here on the top of the receiver, and it is, on the Americans, it is a 3/8 dovetail, but I had some trouble finding scope rings that would fit right. I tried some Leupolds at first, and I tried some Weavers, I think it was, but the CZ scope rings are just a little bit, or the base is just a little bit odd, and I found that these tallies fit absolutely amazing, almost like they were made just for them, because if you go on their website, it actually says for CZ 452s and 455s, the Americans. Now, if it isn't the American, if it's one of the ZKM or something like that, it will take probably 11mm scope rings. But I found out that my little sling I had custom made will actually hold a clip right there, and that come out pretty handy. This was made in Canada. I'll go ahead and give a shout out to Appaloosa Leather that made this sling here for me in Canada. and I think it's just amazing. A little squirrel theme there. I call this my squirrel whisperer. I've done a lot of squirrel hunting when I was younger, and this is kind of a tribute to that. It's the ultimate squirrel rifle, in my opinion. But I got another clip here, 5 rounds magazine. Did you see that? Anyway, we'll just take another couple shots, and I got a little thing there that rocks around. It don't really stand back up like it's supposed to, though. But yeah, this thing is a tack driver. I can't actually, just here by myself, show you on video exactly what this thing is capable of. But this thing is absolutely accurate. Way more accurate than I could ever be with it. As a matter of fact, I have a, this is the target that I shot whenever I finally got my scope rings to fit right and everything. This is at 50 yards. And all these are 5-round groups. As you can see here, they're pretty small. Everything's pretty tight. It shoots a pretty good group, but I'm not really always that concerned with something like that. I actually just like to plink around, but I do want my rifle to be accurate. And I tell you what, these CZs like this are some of the most accurate rifles and pistols, handguns. They make just great products. When if you take one apart, a CZ, I've always said, disassemble one, clean it or something, and you can see the machining marks or lack thereof. And CZ is just an absolute great product. I think they own Colt now. I believe that they own several companies, Stam, Wesson, and they make all kinds of good firearms. But these little 22 rifles are made almost with the quality of what people talk about, wish they made them like they used to. Well, these little rifles from CZ, I wish they still made them, because they don't. They were discontinued. They did carry the left-hand model a little bit longer for a couple more years, and so those were still out there. But then they went strictly to the 455, and you could get the 455 in a combination package that had a 22 long rifle barrel and a 17 HMR barrel, and that would have been a great package in my opinion, especially for someone like hunting, squirrel hunting, plinking and things. And like I said, you can get 10-round magazines for them. These are actually steel magazines. I'll show you that. You can get polymer or steel. Mine actually came with the steel. I had to order the second one, but they are nice. The bolt is absolutely just so slick, and it's almost like you're not even moving it to chamber around. And got some cans over there on that stump. Try to shoot some of them off maybe. Well, that just went right through that one. Yep, it sure shoots great. It really does. The length of pull isn't terribly long. This is pretty much a full size 22, if you want to call it that. But this would be awesome for a kid or someone just wanting to go out squirrel hunting or plinking or carry around the farm. I'm not sure if they make one in a not so pretty model, like a synthetic stock now. They make them, they're all 457s now, and they have a little bit different rear end to the bolt. The safety is a little different. I believe now they're pushed forward to fire and pull back for safe, like we're used to here in the United States. But yeah, I just set this up as my little plinking carry around squirrel hunting gun, and little 4-power Leupold scope on there, like I mentioned, and that was all I needed. I don't need a whole lot just for what I'm going to use this for. And mainly it's just so beautiful, and this is an heirloom quality rifle. This is something you could hand down throughout the years to your family members. This is just something very special, or I think so anyway. I just love walnut and blued steel and good quality craftsmanship. CZ's not paying me anything. I'm not selling their guns, but if it was my choice to have another bolt action rifle, it would definitely be one of these again. Sure is easy to shoot. It's just one more round there. Hit that first one. Yep. It's just so slick, so nice. This is just a great little rifle all around. Try to give you some more close up there. Instead of looking at me, my ugly mug. That's beautiful. Look at the wood grain on that thing. And I think when these were available, back before 2010, 2011, they were selling very affordable prices. I'm not real sure, so I'm not going to quote exactly how much, but you know, an average 22 price. But now they're kind of hard to find, and people really admire them, and so they've went way up in price. If you find one of these used or on Gunbroker or something like that, they're going to be a top dollar 22 now, unfortunately. But I think they are worth the money still. You can see even the stamping is very nice on them, and them telescope rings fit like a jewel. That would be my suggestion if you was going to get one of these. Another thing about mounting the scope is you want to be careful. I like to try to get my scope down to my barrel as close as possible on any rifle, and you can see I do still have a little bit of gap there, and some people might think, well, I could go lower, but on a bolt action you also have to consider, we are empty, the clearance of your bolt as connected to where it clears your scope here. And on the CZ 452, it's pretty known, if you look in forums and everything, you want to get about a medium scope ring no matter what, so that your bolt will clear and everything will work out good for you. But these are very nice. It does have a plastic buttstock, or a butt plate instead of metal, or it's more like a textured. It is a little bit slick, but it's not too bad. The checkering is extremely nice. It's absolutely aggressive and very well done. I'm sure it's done by a machine or something like that, but it is very well done. Everything is even, and try to get you a good look at it. And yeah, it has no iron sights, so you would have to mount a scope to it. And I'll just stop yakking so much, load up another clip here, because I want to keep shooting it. I have some, these are Browning, the BPR Performance Rimfire. I think they're 36 grain. They're jacketed hollow point. So just regular old 22, nothing special here. Just something to plink. But I do shoot a few different rounds in it from time to time. CCIs seem to shoot really good in this gun. CCI mini mags. At 50 yards, it pretty much just puts bullet hole right in bullet hole. So we'll just plink with her standing up here for today. And see if I can knock that can off. Almost. Yeah. The trigger is extremely nice. Like I mentioned before, these are very similar to a Winchester Model 70, pre-64 one especially. If you was to take this apart and look at the trigger mechanism and everything in here, it's set up almost identical. You can adjust it a little bit like that. The trigger pull on this gun is very light. It's almost nothing. I don't like to dry fire rimfire too much, but yeah, you might be interested in a CZ 452, 455, or even a 457. And they make them in all kinds of different models. They have one that has a stock that goes all the way out to the end of the barrel. They have one that has more of a deluxe style stock that comes a little like a teardrop out here, and it has a longer barrel. I think they call those the Lux models. And they make them for long range shooting. They make them with iron sights. They make them without iron sights. They have a really nice website if you want to check out CZ and just kind of go through their product line. And they'll lay out there what's discontinued, like these, and what's still out there. So yeah, but CZ is a great product, and these little rifles really shoot great, and I think it'll last me a long time. So thank you for watching our video, and I hope you like and share and subscribe, and we'll see you again another day.